You won't be down on yourself because you watched a stupid YouTube video saying get 5 homes in 30 days. Because that's not real for someone starting out. That's just not practical.
Let's talk about perspective, because I feel like every coach talks about like getting rich quick and how to do these 3 tips, and we talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just unrealistic. And all that's doing is getting them likes and views, and they're not selling anymore. So all they care about is getting more views on YouTube and all this stuff. It's not actually helping anybody learn how to sell a house.
If you go on my Instagram, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see those videos, but definitely a turning point. And they'll stay up there because I want people to see the change of direction, the change of thought.
Yeah.
There's so many videos. I saw I didn't even click on it. Maybe I'm totally wrong. It's like millionaire blueprint in 2025 and how to be a millionaire in 2025 and all these just ridiculous stuff. Real estate industry. And these are very successful agents that for them, they have the momentum, they have the skills, but developing a good skill takes an incredible amount of time and effort. And just from an extremely practical standpoint, you just get your license. You probably, if you're young, you probably just came out of school. Maybe you're working part-time. So you got to split your time between work and then real estate. You can't really afford to just jump ship and just go all in real estate. If you have a spouse and kids, that's times 8 hours of sleep. Don't be doing all-nighters and 2 hours of sleep. That's insanity. That's just going to burn you out long-term. There is literally only a certain amount of hours a day, but it takes time. And you need to have the perspective of I'm becoming a realtor, not for quick cash, but I'm becoming a realtor because I want to make something of myself or I want to grow a business over time. And when you tell yourself 6 months is a good amount of time to sell my first property, you won't be down on yourself because you watched a stupid YouTube video saying get 5 homes in 30 days. Because that's not real for someone starting out. That's just not practical. And not only that, it's the amount of work that takes. The 2 to 3 hours a day of prospecting on your CRM, organizing all those leads and following up and setting up the smart campaigns. Even now with how I would say I'm okay with managing Lofty. I'm pretty strong with getting around it, our CRM. But I can be filling around in there trying to figure something out for 2 to 3 hours of my day. I mean, I hate whenever I have to change my email signature because that always takes me like 2 hours because I want to fine tune it. And these things just add up and it takes time. And eventually it'll become a quick 30 minutes or get 5 leads in a month. But in the beginning, it is crazy amount of time. And I even think when you're an experienced agent, learning new skills still takes time because from a practical standpoint, you're thinking, okay, I'm still selling. I need time. Now I have kids. I got to walk the dog. Things just take time. And we need to stop believing the quick tips nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not interested in an agent that's looking for that. Mm-hmm. You don't belong at Addison Real Estate if that's the mindset you have, because if you think that you can watch a 2-minute short or a 1:30 short and get 3 tips on how to sell 100 houses a year, then you're already in the wrong mindset.
Big time. Yeah.
And you're going to be disappointed and you're going to struggle and you're not going to be able to get through the hardships that you need to get through in order to be successful in real estate, because it's a lot of things. You're being an entrepreneur, a therapist, a carpenter. I mean, you're a GC. You're so many different things that if you think that you can do this job with 3 quick tips or whatever, and to your point, yes, I will be upfront and honest. This is new for Isaiah and I. And so we are learning as we grow. And at first we were thinking, oh, well, this is what the people want to hear. And it wasn't working and converting because we don't actually believe that. And so I think that it's important that you leave that up on your page so that people can see the chain of progress and thought that went in there. And I also think it's important to not lie and hide it and say why, this is why we had it here. We had it here because we thought that by catering to what the internet wanted to see, it would be better for us. And then we did a huge realignment this year.
Big time.
And in that realignment, we learned, like, we don't actually believe that.
And we don't want, like you said, we don't want agents that are into the quick tip stuff.
Exactly.
Because this is not a quick tip industry, and it never will be.
We're not influencers, and we're not trying to be influencers.
Yeah, exactly.
And our job is to sell real estate. Our job is to bring the most out of the people that are here.
Mm-hmm.
Our job is not to get 1 million subscribers on YouTube. That's not what we're trying to do. You know, and I'm not putting down any of these people. Mike Sherrard, as you know, you listen to him too. Hands down, this guy is the most genuine. I don't know if you want to call him a coach, mentor, whatever it is, whatever word you want to use that I've ever seen in the real estate industry.
Mm-hmm.
His stuff is real. He's just like what we're saying. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He's like, you have to put the work in. I will give you all the tools. You still have to do the work. And Mike never tries to make it look like this is easy or a quick fix. And he's very, very dedicated and driven. A lot of the other people out there that are feeding you all of this shiny object syndrome stuff, they don't care. They just want you to buy their program. They just want you to be in their coaching. They want you to be in their downline. And that's it. You're never going to hear from them again.
Yeah.
And I can't say for everybody because I haven't found every real estate coach out there, but all of the ones, and I'm out there all the time constantly looking for new content and seeing what's going on and paying attention. And I can easily say hands down Mike Sherrard is the most genuine. So if you want an actual real estate coach, he'd be the only person besides Sharon from Real Broker that I would say to even give a shot if you're looking for someone.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about some of the things that we can put into perspective for people if they're just getting into real estate. You're getting your CRM straightened out. Let's talk about if you're brand new, what that looks like versus someone that maybe got to 20, 30 deals like we were talking about before and now realizes, oh, crap, it's a total mess. I have nothing straightened out. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And now they have to learn the program and straighten it out. So what would that look like?
I think if you're a brand new agent, your CRM is the most important thing ever because you think you can remember 5 people, right? They're interested in buying properties. When it gets to 10, 15, 20, 30, so on and so forth. I legit have 12,000 people inside of my CRM. I don't freaking know everybody in there. And having that organized so you can send auto texts, you can even have auto reminders for calling, you can have emails go out, just so you stay on top of people's mind on a regular basis. And if you have, that is the foundation of your entire business because your job as an agent is to prospect, not necessarily to sell homes. That's the end result. It's to prospect and get people through your CRM talking to you. And if you can just figure that out and have those wheels turning from the beginning, it'll save you so much time. And the learning curve for a CRM, oh my gosh, it's massive. When all these bells and whistles, what's a tag, what's a pipeline, what's the logic, if this, then that. Like, there's so much you have to learn, but it is so worth it down the line versus your 20, 25 homes a year, you're struggling to get to next level and you really want to get there. And you have probably at that point, you probably have legit maybe 1,000, 2,000 people if you just are putting people in there, but it's not organized. Now you have to go back, put in hours and hours and hours of learning that system. And then you have to remember, okay, is this person looking in this place, in this place, in this place? So your organization is just off from the beginning. And now you're still selling 20, 25 homes a year. That's a lot of time being spent. And now you have to learn a whole program. So it is extremely painful to do that down the line.
And that's, again, when we talk about, when we bring on new agents, it's going to take you about 6 to 8 months to really start feeling a little bit comfortable and get rolling with that kind of stuff. So take the downtime while you're training to actually learn the programs, because that is your absolute base foundation. That's the hole you dug to lay the block, right? Or pour the cement.
Yeah.
And if you don't dig that right, your house is not going to stand right. And we use that analogy all the time. It's like building a house. You use the earth, and then you dig a hole in there, you pour a slab, however you want to build your house. You still have to start, and you have to do it right.
Yeah.
If you don't level the ground, or the ground doesn't pass the compaction test, and you build a house, on top of wetlands and whatever, you're gonna have a big problem. Versus, making sure, it's boring, it's annoying, I get all that, and it's not the most fun, glamorous part of the job. But any job that you do is gonna be like that. We're gonna have boring everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's important, like Isaiah said, to take the time. I can't stress that enough to new agents that I watch new agents that take the time to do that. They take off so much faster, and they're going to blow the agents that are stuck at 20 deals a year away because they're already organized and doing their stuff. So another thing that we talk about too is the perception of how long it takes to actually feel comfortable talking about real estate without feeling like you're going to get asked a question that you genuinely don't know the answer to. And so let's talk about that a little bit.
I think in order to be confident as an agent, you have to be in the industry for at least 2 years.
Yes, I would.
That gives enough time to potentially experience different markets, experience a lot of different clients if you're active and you have a lot of turnover there. And there's just so much. Like, there's so much to learn as an agent. And I think 2 years really is a turning point where you become confident and you're taking this more seriously. This is my career. This is my profession. I know how to successfully do a deal. I've seen enough so far to have the right dialogue with people, what to say, what not to say. So I think 2 years is a good mark.
It takes 2 solid years of being fully active before you stop getting the jitters of feeling like not confident.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I wish I knew ahead of time, because I beat myself up so bad. But, hindsight's 20/20, because, right, maybe I wouldn't be in the position I'm in if I didn't beat myself up too bad. But I'm the kind of personality that can handle that.
Right.
And a lot of people are not that personality, and it just makes them shut down, and they walk away from an industry where I think they would excel.